So the big question after so far as the Chicago Bulls Last Dance documentary is about coming to an end is Michael Jordan a bully? And my answer is yes, he is. And this didn't again so far nothing has shown me anything different. He's still petty. I heard the whole thing that Patrick Ewing says he still throws shade at him to this day. Um, he never to me when someone is still riding off of something. Muhammad Ali had a great quote: "If you're the same person that you were at 20 that you are at 50, you've wasted 30 years of your life." And for all the success of Michael Jordan accomplishments, and he was one of the greatest basketball players, the greatest shoe salesman, marketing ever, all that, he's empty. It's an empty vessel. And before people say, oh, well, it's judgment, and I said, no, the man himself was worried about how the perception was going to be before. Why would he put that disclaimer out before the tapes came out? Because he knew. There have been a lot of great NBA players or athletes. They didn't have to belittle their teammates or to still walk around with the antics. Time has a way of supposedly mellowing you or going on. Now, I can understand if he gets on the old man or the middle-aged man rant about, get off my lawn, this ain't as good as it was. I get that. However, to take cheap, petty shots, sometimes it's funny, in a way that it's like you'll laugh at all. But whenever he gets asked about Steph Curry, he said he good. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. Like, yeah, okay. Let's be realistic. The NBA, you can get in the Hall of Fame off your Nerf ball stats because they tie everything together, let alone a man that changed the course of basketball before your eyes. But okay, whatever you say about that. Or downplay LeBron James' greatness. Like, who among many? I've watched him take shots, and I believe he was sincere about Kobe Bryant, even though Kobe modeled a lot of his game after him. Of course, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But when I know about Craig Hodges, when I look between the lines with Horace Grant, you know. And so when you asked me, I said, what about Scottie Pippen? Well, Scottie was insecure about his game until he got to a point in his career. And I always say this about Scottie. He's a great player, but he wasn't a leader. And it showed, I still say, as bad as that look was against the Knicks with Kukoc hitting that shot in 94, that Portland Lakers series to me is the one that forever changed one way or the other with him. Had he beaten the Lakers with Shaq at his prime, Kobe on the come up, and Phil Jackson, his former coach, and led that Trailblazers team and then beat the Pacers, Scottie's history would be very vastly different. Opportunities he had, that one to me is even bigger than the Chicago, New York. Because actually that one would trump it. It really would. He had a chance on a bigger scale to break a team that was on the verge of a dynasty and end it and change the course. So, on Steve Kerr, they moved on, all that. You see them move on. But like I said before, and they're talking about it today, Draymond Green was foul and wrong for what he said to Kevin Durant and for LeBron James. But especially with Kevin Durant, his teammate. Teammates calling people out their name ain't cool. It ain't a good look. And let's remember who was crying in the parking lot to get Kevin Durant. But I don't condone it from none of them. I don't care if you first tier, second, third tier. Actually, if you second, third tier, especially if you third, which Draymond is in terms of the pecking order of that team. Let's be realistic. Steph, Clay, and KD, they're the main ones. Draymond glues it on the back end. But by himself out there running with the squad, ain't the same dude. Point is, I don't care if you are belittling your teammates or belittling in a bullying type of manner. That's not a good look. And I don't condone. That's why I'll be glad when the Last Dance is over. It's been interesting and entertaining because there's nothing else going on and it takes you back down memory lane. But a lot of it already had known, if you halfway follow Michael Jordan and you watched him, you know how his antics were, and they still are. But anyway, you could be a great player, great commercialized person, and be a bully. And that's just the way it is. And someone comparing to Bobby Knight or Bill Parcells, different people I've seen as coaches. Yeah. And it's what it is. So it hasn't changed my perception of him. Not at all. I always say the brother was a great player, but that other side of him, because when you're still trying to harp on stuff and you've accomplished, hey, look, you did it, you won. So why are you so petty? He ain't the only one with petty diva tendencies and the need to look at me, look at me. Anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about Michael Jordan. Great player, but bully. Anyway, give me your thoughts and your takes. What you think? Hit that like and subscribe. Hit the bell when the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And two things can be right at the same time. I'm out. Peace.